The first televised presidential debates were held in 1960 between Republican Vice President Richard Nixon and Democratic Senator John Kennedy of Massachusetts.
We must give this country leadership, and we must get America moving again.
Kennedy's polished performance against the more experienced Nixon helped to shape the outcome of the election, which Kennedy narrowly won. It shows how presidential debates can be important, says expert Jeremy Mayer.
It establishes stature. If you can stand toe-to-toe and be the equal of somebody who's more well-known, that's one thing that happens in debates.
In the 1976 debates, President Gerald Ford hurt himself in his race with Democratic challenger Jimmy Carter with a gaffe on the influence of the Soviet Union in Eastern Europe.
There is no Soviet domination of Eastern Europe.
Carter pounced on Ford's mistake, and Ford wound up losing in a close race. Another example where the debates proved to be crucial, says Georgetown University's Stephen Wayne.
Presidential debates are important in presidential elections when the candidates are very close. Most of the people who watch the debates root for their side or for their candidate.
4 years later, Carter lost his bid for re-election when Republican Ronald Reagan outperformed him in their only debate.
Governor Reagan, again, typically is against such a proposal.
Governor, there you go again.
Reagan's closing question to voters has become a debate standard.
Next Tuesday, all of you will go to the polls. You'll stand there in the polling place and make a decision. I think when you make that decision, it might be well if you would ask yourself, are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
In more recent years, candidates were mostly concerned with not making any major mistakes in the debates, says Jeremy Mayer.
Debates seem to be getting a little less powerful. People aren't watching them as much as they used to. Now, that may be ameliorated by the fact that while people aren't watching them live, if you make a mistake, everybody watches a clip of it on Facebook or on YouTube.
Election analysts expect that the first Clinton-Trump debate could be the most watched event of the campaign, with enormous stakes for both contenders. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.